I left my house this morning and it was freaking cold, 50 degrees. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's June, right? You get the cool mornings, but you get a pleasant day. That's the mid-Atlantic June that's supposed to be, and then it starts getting hot towards the end of the month. So it's a good thing.
we had no humidity or anything, It's just been a little crazy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it as long as we can go into summer, with like not the scorching, humid, walk outside and drench yourself in sweat
Yeah.
kind of temperatures. I'll take it.
It's
So
coming. But don't worry, that's coming too. But we get
I know.
maybe a few weeks of transition. So enjoy it. Soak it up, man. Soak it up.
I definitely am soaking it up. It is going to start. We're starting to see that eight number constantly
Yeah.
when you look at the weather thing. So
Glorious. It's glorious.
more old guy podcasting,
That's
Andy.
right. But
More,
we talk about soaking up the sun. Now I'm hearing Sheryl Crow from her second album, great song, Soak Up the Sun, and now that's in my head. So thank you for that gift.
these are the things I can do to help you, Andy. Yeah, these are the things I can do to help you. So because otherwise, Andy, sometimes it feels like it's a gray, dreary day out sometimes. But all
Not
right,
90 day
Andy.
I get to talk with you, Dave. 90 day I get to talk to you.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. Okay, I got three topics for you, Andy.
All right.
You pick which one where you want to go.
You spin the wheel.
We can do some politics,
Okay.
and I'm not going to stick on any one particular topic. There's a
Okay.
lot of things that we'll do a rapid fire type of thing.
Yeah.
We'll talk NFL. They
Yeah. Hot.
continue to push us out, and then we have to talk World Cup, Andy. So
So let's start with fun today, Dave. Let's go NFL because I think it's a fast and exciting one. Then let's do some quick World Cup predictions. This way we're squeezed on time for politics. We can only be so miserable. So
ooh, I
yeah,
like it, Andy. I
yeah.
like it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
so let's start. The NFL just continues its march to like world domination in
Yes.
dominating the headlines, dominating everything. The New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals for the first time in I think 20 some odd years. They haven't won a title in over 50.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz about them, but just as they're going to the finals against Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs and this like great story, the NFL comes in with June 1st and just dominates the headlines. And Andy, we've been talking a lot about the AJ Brown from the Eagles to the Patriots thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trade that's been widely anticipated. We'll talk a little bit about it today, but that wasn't even the big trade of
I
the
know.
day
I know.
because, because the Los Angeles Rams, I'm still have a hard time saying Los Angeles Rams, but the
Yeah.
Los Angeles Rams traded one of their top defensive players, young defensive player, and a couple draft picks to the Cleveland Browns for Myles Garrett, the most dominant defensive player over the last 5 years. Some people will say Micah Parsons is up there, but
No,
I mean
not the
Myles
same.
Garrett is still, I think, above that.
Yeah.
And I love Micah Parsons. He owns the sack record, Andy, and he was stuck on this miserable Cleveland Browns team.
Yeah.
And now he's going to the Los Angeles Rams, the Rams who were gutting it out with the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. Ooh, Andy, that what a blockbuster that was.
Yeah. Absolutely huge, Dave. Absolutely huge. So we'll talk AJ, we'll talk maybe some others, but Miles Garrett has been suffering in misery on that Brown team for a long time. The best defensive player in the league, like hands down, just signed a massive contract with Cleveland and looked like after everybody was kind of interested in could somebody else get Miles Garrett, and then he signed for a ton of money. But this trade, this is the same thing LA did when they won the Super Bowl a few years ago. They just went all in, like we're going to win this season, and then we'll deal with the rest. I think they're looking at the writing on the wall. They're saying, look, we just drafted a young quarterback. Matt Stafford's getting older. This could be his last season, maybe one more, but like now's the time to do it. He's still playing good football. We've got talent. Let's get the last couple pieces we need to go out there and win the Super Bowl. And look, Miles Garrett is a game changer. Like he right now the LA Rams are the number one team in the NFC and probably NFL. Like right now, they're already doing well. They're already good. this puts them up at the top of the list right now, and deservedly so. This is going to be a game changer. They will cause mayhem in the West. Myles Garrett coming to the NFC is going to cause problems for teams. It's super exciting for a guy that wants to be in the Super Bowl and now finds a chance to do it. So a huge trade. Now look, LA gave up a lot. I mean, they are going all in on this season. They are going to win now, and they'll deal with the aftermath later. But look, we've seen that happen. The Bucks did it, the Rams did it, and the Rams are trying to do it again. And it's gonna cause problems. It just raised the challenge for teams like my Lions to try and win the NFC.
Over the last 10 years, the Los Angeles Rams have had their first round draft pick only twice.
Yeah,
Twice,
yeah,
Andy.
yeah,
And one of them was Jared Goff, who they traded away.
yeah,
And the other one was Jared Verse, who they just traded away.
yeah,
So you're right, they're going all in. They were there. They were right on the doorstep last year with Seattle. And I don't know if you'll remember that Thursday night game and near the end of the season where the Seattle came back improbably
yeah,
against Los Angeles. That got them the number one seed, and the number one seed mattered this year because that was where the NFC Championship game was, and Seattle pulled that one out.
yeah.
But I agree. I think what Seattle lost, and now they didn't lose a ton, but they did lose Walker, their running back, and
Kubiak,
and
their coach.
yeah, and their head coach, their offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
Then you go to Los Angeles, who still has the MVP, Matthew Stafford, your boy, and then a great lineup. And they also don't forget, they traded for Kansas City's best cornerback this
yeah,
year. And now there's even reports that Aaron Donald, the former best player in the defensive player in the NFL for several years, is thinking about unretiring to come
yeah.
back and play. Can you imagine this defense is going to be amazing? The offense was already amazing. Man, you're right. They're the number one. They're the target this year. Even though
Yeah.
Seattle won it, they're the number one target this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's jumped to the head of the class, like without a doubt. They're in the best position. So now, I mean, I think it's the Rams, and then you've got the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Lions. Based on strength of schedule and capabilities of the teams, right? Like I think but it's a the Rams are out in front by a bit. A huge trade, and I don't mind. I'm happy for Myles Garrett. I don't mind the Rams. I appreciate a lot of that team, and it's exciting. But Dave, the AJ Brown trade is nothing to shrug our shoulders at, right? I mean, that was a huge trade in of itself, long rumored amid a lot of turmoil in New England. A lot of scuttlebutt between the coach and the reporting and AJ Brown, but something that was long anticipated, and another potential game changing player. I mean, AJ Brown is a very talented athlete who didn't do so well in Philly last year, but a lot of people are saying, was that intentional or were there issues? He's a little dramatic on the sideline, but could be a nice boost for the New England team. And they also gave Philly quite a bit. Howie Roseman, once again, demonstrating he's probably the best GM in football, and just I think came out the winner here. But big trade.
So it is a big trade. This has all the makings of a disaster, I think, for New England. And I say that this reason. One, you have a player who wanted to go to New England. He wanted to go there. That's where, there's pictures of him in a New England jersey growing up and yada, yada, yada. He had the Mike Vrabel connection. And I get it. He's 29 years old. He's had 1,000 yard seasons the last several years. Even
Yeah,
last year was a terrible year. He set out over 1,000 yards. But it seemed like his attitude on the sideline, even when they won the Super Bowl, Andy,
yeah,
was not great. Wide receivers do decline over years,
yeah,
especially when you get into the age 30 season. I just look at this as everyone's looking at it and going, "Oh my God, New England's wide receivers are amazing now. They had none last year and they're amazing now." I like, yes, on paper they look amazing, and Drake May has the potential to do good, but he was like, I know people were saying he was injured in the playoffs last year. Injuries or not, he played awful, and I just like all the hubbub was what's going on with Vrabel, all the
yeah.
distractions. I just feel like you're right. I think New England did. I think Philly did win this. They got a 2028 first round, so not next year, but a second round pick last year. I don't know. I kind of think that they were going to have to pay AJ Brown a lot of money. Now they can spend it on other people.
Yeah.
And, he was a malcontent. Is he going to be? I don't know. I just didn't see him the team player. AJ
Yeah.
Brown the team player. I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, he hasn't been. He's been a little bit poisonous on the sideline. He didn't have the numbers that he can have. He's played better, and he does need to get paid. And so I think, look, nobody has built and sustained a team better than Harry Roseman over the last many years. He's just kept Philly strong and competitive throughout by pulling in smart players, smart trades, getting draft picks, always getting new talent, always drafting smartly and well. He's maintained that team, and so and people want to play in Philly. I mean, people want to go be part of the Eagles experience. So I feel confident that that team is going to be strong. They've had ups and downs for sure, but they're going to come back this year, I think, and be competitive. Now, again, they're dealing with a very strong Los Angeles team. They're dealing with, I think, a well-positioned Detroit Lions team. But the Eagles should win the East, and these trades help them maintain momentum into the future. And they'll probably still get some more talent coming into the season. So I think they are the winner, but I think two massive trades for sure. And they're just worth noting. The Jets were very active. The Jets were absolutely abysmal last year. They sort of reset, and it looks like the team is trying to give Coach Aaron Glenn, who I'm a big fan of, the opportunity to succeed. They're bringing in some players, trying to patch up their defense, and they were pretty active in the early days of trading here. So we'll see where they go. And man, wouldn't America love to see a resurgent Jets team just because they've been so bad? But we'll see where it goes. But an exciting start to trade season, Dave. And like, man, you're right. No matter what's happening in basketball, go Knicks, by the way. But no matter what's happening in other sports, the NFL still just owns it.
Yeah, they definitely do. And so just real quickly though, like, do you feel like you're disappointed that the Brown your team didn't
Lions.
do more, the Lions?
No, I'm not. A lot of fans, I think everybody's saying, why didn't we go and get Miles Garrett? Look, Miles Garrett wanted to go to. I think he wanted to go to LA. I think he wanted to go to like the most competitive team. And do you bet the farm to go all in? If like you're the Detroit Lions, what are you going to give up for Miles Garrett? You're going to give up Aiden Hutchinson? You're going to give up your
Yeah.
future for a guy that look, Miles Garrett is great, but his window is closing, right? So are you going all in to win now? Or do you try and build a team that's sustainable and something that can really dominate, well into the future? I'm fine with the Lions not going after it. Of course, everybody wants Miles Garrett on their team, but you've got to play smart. I trust in Brad Holmes. I trust in the Lions, and I think they're still well positioned to challenge for the NFC this year. I still believe they can make a run for the Super Bowl.
One team we didn't bring up here is the Cowboys because, oh, they had a player like Miles Garrett and they traded him away. Great job.
Yeah,
80-year-olds shouldn't be running the country and they should not be running professional sports teams, Andy. Um,
concur. Even if
that's
even if that is my dream, concur,
that
concur.
is my rule. So, okay, we talked a little bit about that, and let's jump over now to the other football, Andy, and that would be foosball of the soccer kind,
Yeah.
as we know it here lovingly in America. We've got the World Cup coming up here, Andy. Level of excitement for you.
I am excited about it. I'm excited. And just for anybody that missed the foosball reference, Waterboy, great movie. Foosball,
Yeah,
gotta watch that movie. Absolutely great movie. But yeah, I am excited about it. I mean, look, I'm like so many things in the current moment. It's damped by the Trump administration. FIFA itself sucks. Like I think the world knows that FIFA is a crappy, corrupt organization. But the World Cup's huge, man, and it's being hosted in North America, shared with the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. 48 teams in the tournament this year. Look, the best teams are still the best teams. Like that's not changing. It's still going to be dominated by Europe and South America. But there are other teams that are playing and going to play well and going to be competitive. And I am excited to see what happens. It's going to be huge, man.
Good, good. And I'm excited too. I'm not going to care about like some of these games, but like I'm gonna watch when it starts getting to the knockout stage, and I hope I said that correctly, the
Yeah,
knockout stage.
yeah.
But when it starts getting to the knockout stage, I get, I'm paying attention, and I really enjoy the games, and I enjoy just the coming togetherness. I was in Germany for when they won the World Cup in 2014. I think it was 2014. And that country was just wild
Yeah,
for what they were trying to do. And I just I'm definitely here for that. And
yeah.
so hopefully we'll have a very similar type of experience here. But yeah, I'm excited. So, okay, Andy, let's go through the groups. Now, there are 48 teams, four teams in each group. So we'll go, so that's, that's pretty good. Four teams in each group, 48 teams, so let's go through six of the groups today, and we'll go through six of the groups next
No,
on Friday.
okay, nice, nice.
Does that
Yeah,
work?
that
Okay.
works. That works.
All right. So I'm going to start with Group A. And what I want to predict here is who's going to come out of that group.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, I think there are some wild cards too. It's not just the group winners, but there's like I
eight.
think,
Yeah, eight third place teams advance as well. So the group
yeah,
winners all advance, and then eight third place finishers advance.
yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go with group. Let's just talk about the group winner. Okay. I don't want to talk about the potential for who else will advance, but
The single winner or the two that advance? I just want to know the rules, Dave. I just want to know the rules.
okay, the two who advance. Let's do the two who advance.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, Group A, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, or Chechnya, as
Czechia.
in Czech Republic.
Yeah. So I would love to see South Korea be one of those top two. I think they will advance, but I don't think they're going to be the top two. I think Mexico and Czechia are the two advancers there.
Okay. So Andy's,
Confidently in that prediction.
yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Czech. So I'm gonna go with Mexico too.
Yeah.
And let's just be different. I'll go South Korea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Group B,
Yeah.
Canada, Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland.
Yeah. Yeah. Qatar's not going anywhere, Dave. They're not going anywhere. And I'd love to see Bosnia advance as well. And I think they will get one of those third seats. But look, Mexico, host nation, advancing. Canada, host nation, advancing. Switzerland will probably win the group, but Switzerland and Canada will both definitely advance.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Somebody posted yesterday online the prices for the Qatar Bosnia match were in the thousand, like the four figures, $1,000 for tickets. That
Yeah.
like
It's
fucking
crazy.
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like,
Yeah. It's crazy.
it's ridiculous because I have to tell you people that game's not going to sell out. So like the fact that you would why not offer $50 tickets, try to get people who want to just watch World Cup in there. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, Group C, we've got Brazil, Monaco, Haiti, and Scotland.
Wait. Wait. Monaco or Morocco?
Oh, I'm sorry, Morocco.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Big, okay.
not
Big difference.
Monaco. My
Big
bad.
difference there.
Hey, Andy, I'm having trouble with my glasses. I had to get new prescriptions. I'm having trouble reading.
Hey,
It looks
Pop Pop.
blurry, kind of.
It's your granddad now. It's a new age. It's a
This is
new age.
true.
It's a new age. So listen, Group C, like Haiti, like a country has been in so much turmoil. Like you'd love to see them do well, but they're not going to. Like they're not going to. Morocco shocked the world with joy in the last World Cup tournament, advancing as far as they did, and they're going to advance again, Dave. And it's going to be awesome. Like I love to see this country playing great soccer and being cheered on by the world. Now, Brazil is definitely going to advance as well. So it's going to be Brazil and Morocco moving out of Group C. Scotland, I think, also going to be competitive for that third place advancer. Sorry, Haiti, you're not going to make it.
I'm going to go with Scotland. I'm going to go Brazil and Scotland here. I'll just try to be different here,
Yeah,
Andy.
well,
Like
you can be different. You can be wrong. We can be different. That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
because if I look at like the World Cup rankings and all this other stuff, I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm trying to see where people stand
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I mean, but I think that's
fair,
okay.
fair,
Okay.
fair.
All right.
I feel like soccer is generally pretty safe. Like you kind of know who's going to advance in most of these brackets. I think like it's reliable teams, but there's always a surprise. There's always a surprise.
Yeah, yeah, there is always a surprise. Let's go to the group D. This is the United States group here.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So we got the United States, Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey.
Yeah, this could be, I think, maybe the most competitive group. I think any two teams could come out of here. I think really this could be a fun one, not a gimme for the U.S. I mean, the U.S. might not make it out alive, but I think they will. I think Paraguay and Australia both could be really competitive in this group. I don't think they're going to win the top two, though. I think it's going to be Turkey. I think we're going to see Turkey move on. I think the U.S. will find a way to squeak out a second place finish here, but Australia and Paraguay, I think, could surprise in this bracket.
The United States is 16th
Yeah,
in the world. Turkey's 22nd.
yeah,
Australia's 27th, and Paraguay's 40th. So when you talk about like how competitive they are, this is a really tight thing. And the United States has not necessarily been playing great soccer over the last, well, for a little while now.
yeah,
There's been a lot of discussion about who's actually going to be the leader of this team. I mean, and how they're going to stand up and will they show on the world stage? They've got a lot of players who are playing overseas these days, but we'll
yeah,
see. So you're saying, I'm sorry, you're saying United States and Turkey?
yeah, yeah. I think they're the top two.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go United States and Australia. How's that?
I mean, you can say that. You can predict the
Just
Cowboys are going to win the NFC East too, but it ain't going
yeah.
to happen.
I'm gonna see where it goes. The
All
women's
right.
Australian women's team is good. Maybe the
Yeah.
men will shock everybody this year and go forward here. So, okay, Group E. This is another where you have a world power. You have Group E is Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Germany and Ecuador. I'd love to see another African nation surprise and show up, but the top two will be Germany and Ecuador.
Yeah, this is, I mean, the European team's really strong. The South American team's really strong. So it's just a lot of really good soccer there,
Yeah.
and I'll go with that as well. All right, last one for today, Group F:
Yeah.
Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia.
Yeah. Dave, so I'm going to ask you, you're looking at the world rankings here. Do you know what Japan and Sweden are ranked in the world rankings right now?
Let me pull it up here, Andy. Let me just pull that.
Yeah.
Sweden is 38th.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find Japan here. Japan is 18th.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was looking to say. I mean, Japan has really improved their game, and they've invested in it. I mean, it's even the subject of multiple, at least two anime series is Asian soccer. It's really just sort of picked up and gotten attention. And I think Japan's going to be a competitive Asian nation, which is new to the World Cup. Like the Asian nations haven't been as strong. I think they're going to advance. I think the Netherlands will move forward, and I think Japan will move forward. I think Sweden could surprise. But I think Japan's going to move forward in this, and I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, I'll go agree with that. I love the Netherlands just period.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite countries in the world, and what I love about them is that they're going to be decked out. I think they're in Houston. I think that's where their location is that they're sitting, and they're already talking like an orange takeover there
yeah,
because obviously the color orange is Netherlands main color, how they're represented, and they swarm the locations they go to. You'll see a sea of orange everywhere. They follow the buses. They do
yeah.
everything. This is a great atmosphere, and so definitely I'm with you. I'm going to go Netherlands and Japan as well. So exciting things to go through. I think the first games are in the ninth. I can't remember, but all right. So.
Can we say that you talk about the orange takeover in Houston, a city no stranger to orange? Because one thing I do love, despite my lack of enthusiasm for baseball in general, I do love the Houston Astros uniforms. I've always loved their cheesy uniforms,
Those
and
striped ones where they have
they're,
the
yeah, even in the old days where they weren't. I mean, I think they've been striped for a long time, in different ways, but just the orange has always been so prominently featured. It's just been such a loud color. I've always liked the Astros. Just one of those random likes. The Tigers and the Astros have always been teams I've liked in baseball, and I love it. So no strangers to orange enthusiasm.
yeah, no, I think it's great. So just
Dave,
for
look, my tactics worked. We're now pressed for time on politics. We can only do it for so long. I'm excited about this.
I'm gonna just say we're gonna skip it today, because what I
Whoa.
wanted to say is if you look at the world rankings for FIFA, the teams that are at the top, France 1, Spain 2, Argentina 3,
Yeah,
England 4,
yeah,
Portugal 5. So, four European countries, one South American, then Brazil, Netherlands, Morocco is 8.
yeah.
And
I
you,
know.
so
Amazing.
like you're high on Morocco. Maybe like I tell you, like you know, maybe I need to go back and relook at that
Jump
Morocco.
on, Pop Pop. Cheer on, cheer on. North Africa's Morocco. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Okay, I might change because I had Scotland. I'm gonna go Morocco. I didn't know they
Do it.
were
Yeah, yeah,
eighth. I mean, that's great, eighth.
yeah,
And so then you have Morocco, Belgium, and Germany. So that's the top 10. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven of the top 10 are from Europe. Then you have two South American and then one African country.
yeah.
Fucking crazy, Andy. So.
Yeah, yeah. Dave, of course, I want to see the U.S. do well. I'm excited about other teams, but I'm partial to England, and every time, the idea is, can they bring it home? And look, Harry Kane has been playing great soccer, and hopefully England can find a way to pull this off. It'd be amazing to see England win it, and to see it here in the U.S. would be pretty amazing. So we'll see.
Well,
This is going to be an exciting tournament, because of the political situation in the world today. Look, Iran's in the World Cup. The U.S. is in the World Cup. I think at an athlete's level, I think the world is fans of the U.S. players and the team. But at the bigger sort of where are we in the world today? I think there's a lot of teams that probably want to beat the U.S. in America. There's probably a lot of teams that want to see the U.S. not survive the group stage. The American players are fighting some adversity here at home this time. It's not the all-in celebration that it could be because of the association of our flag with our president right now. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out on the world stage. It's exciting. Politics are always a part of soccer, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But let's see where it goes. Fun to start the conversation. Looking forward to the second half.
yep. So we got the other, we'll go through the other six pools later, then we'll compare and see how we do as we always when we do make these predictions. And Andy, we didn't talk any politics,
I
thank
know,
God.
but we do have to come back. There's a lot going on. Like we do have to come back, both to condemn and dare I say, celebrate good news in politics. So we'll talk Friday. We'll talk
I have
Friday.
no idea what you would mean by good news other than they got rid of that fucking slush fund idea.
Huge. Yeah, that is the good news. That is the good news. We can fight back. We can fight back against the tide of bullshit, Dave. But I'll save it for Friday. I'll save it for
We can
Friday.
fight back. And you know what's been interesting? Yeah, we will talk about this on Friday, but guess who are the three big outspoken people who on the Republican side who have no problem putting their name to dissent?
Yeah,
Yeah, it might be those three that have
yeah.
been primaried out, and so there'll be a thorn in the side of the president for the rest of this time, and I think it's going to be. I'm excited to see it. So,
Another
okay,
another great song flow through. Black Crows, Thorn in My Side. Another great song to enjoy this morning. So
see,
enjoy.
we started with a little Cheryl Crow and on Black Crows.
Yeah,
See, you get the crow part there and
Crow bookends.
crow bookends. So, all right, Andy, with that, good podcast today. We'll catch up with you on Friday.